Hello friends, welcome to QApedia and this is our blog qapedia.com. Today today in this session we are going to discuss Selenium with JavaScript accessing elements example. We are going to see three types of elements. First will be button or link, text area or input field, and then drop down. So we have already discussed button or link and text area or input field in our last session. For a button or link, if we want to access that element, we need to use ID locator or ID name or XPath, any locator, and then we have to use click method of Selenium so that we can click on button or link. Then same thing for text area input field. If we want to access, we need to use some locator like ID name or XPath, and then if we want to enter some value, we need to use send keys method on them. So we have to discuss drop down in today's session. So if you want to access a drop down, then same thing, it is also an element, so we have to use ID name or XPath or any locator so that we can access drop down, and then we have to use select class and then select by visible text method of select class so that we can select a value from drop down. So let's start now and let's see the example for accessing different types of elements. So we have already seen, we were seeing it from last session. What is our application that we are using? It is an e-commerce website. Then we have to click on some item, click on add to basket button, click on view basket button, and then click on proceed to checkout button. And after that, when we go to checkout page, we need to enter some shipping and billing details, and then we have to click on place order. So while entering shipping and billing details in our last session, we have seen that we got a state drop down. So this is our checkout page, and in this checkout page we were entering first name, last name, then we were entering street address line 1, then we entered a city value, and after that we got an option, got an element state drop down. So in drop down we have to use a different method if we want to select some value. So we are going to see that today. We did not see it in last session. So let's go to our Visual Studio Code, and in last session we have discussed that how can we enter first name, last name, street address 1, and then city. And in this session we will see that how can we uh, select some value from a drop down. So let's write that. Select state from state drop down. So we have to use same we have to access that element. So constant state dd means drop down, await. Now we have to see that how can we access that element. So driver dot find element and by. Now are we going to use dot XPath or ID or what, that we will see it. So let's go and inspect our drop down, and when we inspect it, then we see that we are coming to this particular span, but actually any drop down will have a select tag. So if you see, then you can see here a select tag. Any drop down will have this select tag. Okay, that's why we were saying that we have to use uh, select class of Selenium, because every drop down will have select tag. Now, so this is our drop down. What to say? Drop down attributes. Now we have some attributes here like name, which is billing, ID, class name, lots of things are there. So we will use ID. Okay, and what is the value of ID? Billing underscore state. So let's go to here, we'll write by dot ID, and here we'll write the value of let's go billing underscore state, copy, and then paste, and that's it, done. So this is how state drop down we can access. Now what do we want to do? we want to uh, enter some value there. So how can we enter some value? For that we need to declare one more constant, that is state dd value. And what do we need to do? We need to create an object here, new select class, and here we have to put here our state drop down. Here also we will write await. Yeah, so now we have got one object of new select class. So now we can use select class methods for this. So copy, right here await, and then paste dot, and we have to use some method here, select by visible text, select by visible text or select by value, any method we can use. We are using select by visible text. So I am getting option select by visible text because I have imported select by visible text and select class and select by value already in my code. If you will not import, then you will not be able to get that option. Now what is the text that we want to select? That is Maharashtra. So we will write here Maharashtra, and that's it. Now control save, and then we'll do one thing, we will run it. So node second tests.js, enter. We have, what happened here? Second, oh sorry. Now enter, and yeah, Firefox is launched, and yeah, it's working fine till now. It's okay. So we have to see that we are working on Chrome, we are not working on Firefox. And in Chrome, yeah, so our state has been selected. Now because I'm using Chrome browser, is working fine. Now let's see whether it works fine for Firefox or not. Firefox, and then control S and run it. If you see, state is not selecting Maharashtra, and we are getting some error here that element option could not be scrolled into view, and then it is showing remote error at the red Chrome, or some issues are coming. So we should so that's why we have run it in Chrome before, it was working fine, but in Firefox it is not working fine. So what is the issue? We have to scroll into the drop down. So we will see this later how can we do it in Firefox. So now we have seen that how can we use select by visible text method, and then how can we use this particular method so that we can select our value from drop down. Now we have one more option, sorry, await, and if I'll copy this here and paste and dot select by value. Now we have to understand what is the value. So let's go to our drop down, this is our drop down billing state, and then we can see here, we can see some options tag, and after option it is written value. So for Andhra Pradesh value is AP, for Arunachal Pradesh value is AR. Same way for Maharashtra the value is MH. So let's do one thing, let's use this value here and let's write here MH, and we will comment this particular part, and we'll save our code, and after saving our code, let's run our code. So yeah, let's run it. Oh, now Firefox is launched, so it will not work. Okay, so yeah, leave it for now. When it is done, then we'll work with Chrome browser. We'll change the browser and we'll see. Yeah, so it is not working, it is not selecting, it is showing the same error. So we'll do one thing, we'll change our browser to Chrome, browser.chrome, and save it, and then we'll write here CLS, and we'll write this command to run this. Now it is working fine. It is working fine. Yeah, now our state value has been selected as Maharashtra. So it is working fine in Chrome. So we can use this particular method as well, select by value. So that's it in this session, and thank you very much.